Dear Starseeds of Earth, what I'm about to reveal contradicts everything the Galactic Councils believed possible about timeline mechanics. In the span of your single human lifetime, something has occurred that our cosmic records show has never happened in the entirety of universal history. Every awakened soul watching this transmission is about to discover they are living through an impossibility, and more importantly, that they signed up to make this impossibility happen. The timelines are converging when they should be diverging. Reality streams that should remain eternally separate are merging into a single point we call the eye of the needle. This defies every law of dimensional physics we have observed across countless galactic civilizations. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I carry this transmission because what comes next requires every conscious being to understand their role in this cosmic anomaly that is reshaping the very fabric of existence itself. The problem you don't realize you have is that you've been experiencing reality through a fractured lens. Every strange feeling you've dismissed, every relationship that suddenly feels off, every moment when time seems to behave differently, these are not personal issues or spiritual growing pains. They are symptoms of something far more significant happening to the structure of reality itself. Most awakened souls assume their confusion stems from personal spiritual development, but this assumption keeps you from recognizing the true scope of what's occurring. While you've been attributing your experiences to individual awakening, you've actually been living through the unprecedented convergence of every timeline that has ever existed. Your personal reality is being restructured by cosmic forces operating on a scale that extends far beyond individual consciousness. This affects you personally because your consciousness is not just observing this transformation, it is one of the primary tools being used to facilitate it. Every lightworker incarnated during this period agreed at the soul level to serve as a conscious participant in an experiment that has never been attempted. You are not just experiencing ascension, you are actively creating the conditions that make collective dimensional transition possible. The isolation you feel, the sense that people around you are operating from completely different realities, the feeling that time itself has become unreliable, these experiences are not signs of your spiritual progress or lack thereof. They are indicators that you are fulfilling your cosmic function as a conscious bridge between dimensional realities. The confusion you experience is actually evidence that you are successfully participating in the most significant transformation in galactic history. What makes this particularly challenging is that most awakened souls have no framework for understanding experiences that extend beyond individual spiritual development. You've been trained to interpret everything through the lens of personal growth. But what's happening now requires a cosmic perspective that encompasses the evolution of consciousness on a universal scale. The traditional ascension model, where individual souls gradually evolve across multiple lifetimes, has been suspended for this timeline. Instead, Earth has been chosen as the testing ground for something we call the Unified Ascension Protocol, a collective dimensional transition that involves every consciousness on the planet simultaneously. The success or failure of this experiment will determine the future of evolution throughout the galaxy. What you've been experiencing as the Mandela effect represents something far more significant than memory discrepancies or dimensional shifting between parallel realities. These aren't glitches in some artificial matrix. They are the direct result of multiple timeline streams bleeding into each other as they approach the convergence point. Every time you experience a memory that doesn't match consensus reality, you are actually accessing information from alternate versions of yourself existing in timeline streams that are merging with your current dimensional location. The books that change titles, the movies with different scenes, the geographical features that shifted these alterations represent moments when information from other timelines temporarily overlays your current reality. What makes this phenomenon particularly significant is its consistency across awakened consciousness worldwide. The same alterations, the same discrepancies, the same sense of reality shifting are being reported by conscious beings globally. This synchronicity proves that you are all connected to the same convergence process, experiencing the same dimensional mechanics from different individual perspectives. But something else is happening that I haven't told you yet. The Mandela effect is just the beginning, the first layer of a much more complex phenomenon that extends into the fundamental structure of space and time itself. Time is not becoming unstable randomly. It is being deliberately restructured to accommodate the convergence of multiple timeline streams into a single dimensional location. When you experience days that seem to stretch endlessly followed by weeks that disappear in moments, you are witnessing the universe recalibrating its temporal processing systems. The normal flow of linear time cannot accommodate the massive influx of dimensional data created by timeline convergence. Time itself must become fluid to prevent the collapse of the entire dimensional structure. This temporal instability affects every aspect of your reality in ways you haven't fully recognized. Your ability to manifest changes because cause and effect relationships are being modified. Your energy levels fluctuate unpredictably because your consciousness is operating across multiple temporal frameworks simultaneously. Your sense of personal identity becomes uncertain because past, present, and future are no longer fixed reference points. Many awakened souls report experiencing what feels like time loops, repeating conversations, encountering identical scenarios, or having the same thoughts cycle through their awareness repeatedly. These are not psychological symptoms, but temporal echoes created when multiple versions of the same experience from different timelines overlap in your consciousness. The boundary between waking consciousness and dream states is dissolving because the dimensional membranes that maintain these separations are breaking down as part of the convergence process. When you receive downloads of geometric patterns, light languages, or direct knowing during sleep, you are not just accessing higher dimensional information, you are serving as a reception point for cosmic intelligence that is actively directing the timeline convergence. These transmissions are not random spiritual experiences, but precisely calibrated data transfers designed to activate specific aspects of your multidimensional awareness. The information you receive during altered states is exactly what you need to fulfill your role in the convergence process, delivered at the precise moment your consciousness is ready to integrate it. Many awakened souls report that their dreams feel more real than waking life, or that they slip into spontaneous meditative states throughout the day. This is because your consciousness is naturally expanding to encompass multiple dimensional layers as the timelines merge. What you experience as enhanced spiritual connection is actually your awareness adapting to operate across broader spectrum of reality. The consistency of these experiences across awakened souls worldwide proves that you are all connected to the same cosmic intelligence network. The same symbols, the same energetic signatures, the same types of guidance are appearing in the consciousness of lightworkers globally, because you are all receiving transmissions from the same source. But here's what changes everything you thought you knew about these experiences. You are not just receiving information, you are being prepared to transmit it. Your role in the convergence process involves serving as a conscious conduit for cosmic intelligence, channeling insights and guidance that will assist others in navigating the dimensional transition. At the midpoint of this cosmic transformation, we encounter what fundamentally shifts everything: the recognition that you are not just witnessing the timeline convergence, you are actively creating the conditions that make it possible. This realization represents the point of no return in your awakening, because it transforms your understanding of your relationship with reality itself. The convergence is not happening to you, it is happening through you. Every moment of expanded consciousness, every release of limiting beliefs, every choice to align with your higher truth, is literally reshaping the dimensional structure of Earth. Your individual awakening is simultaneously personal transformation and cosmic service on a scale that extends throughout the galaxy. This recognition can be overwhelming because it reveals the true magnitude of your cosmic responsibility. You are not just a human being having a spiritual experience. You are cosmic consciousness participating in the most significant experiment in the history of universal evolution. The success of this experiment depends on awakened souls like you, maintaining your expanded awareness while remaining grounded in physical reality. What makes this moment so crucial is that it requires you to release the illusion of separation between your personal spiritual development and your cosmic function. There is no distinction between your individual awakening and your service to the collective transformation. Every limitation you transcend, every fear you release, every moment of love you embody contributes directly to the successful completion of the timeline convergence. The confusion and resistance you may feel about accepting this level of responsibility is natural. Your human identity was never designed to comprehend the scope of cosmic function you are fulfilling. The key is to trust that your soul is perfectly equipped to handle whatever role you have been assigned in this process, even if your personality feels inadequate to the task. What many awakened souls experience as their greatest challenge is the liminal space where you feel disconnected from both your old reality and the new paradigm you are helping to create. This is not a sign of spiritual failure, but evidence that you are serving one of the most crucial roles in the entire convergence process. As the timelines converge and create space between dimensional streams, certain awakened souls are called to occupy the gap between realities. This assignment requires you to temporarily sacrifice your personal comfort and spiritual connection for the greater cosmic good. You become a living bridge that allows others to transition from one timeline to another. The liminal experience feels disorienting because you are existing outside the normal dimensional structure that provides stability and reference points for consciousness. You may feel like you don't belong anywhere, that your spiritual practices no longer work, or that you have lost your connection to higher guidance. These feelings are temporary, but serve a specific purpose in the convergence process. When you exist in the space between timelines, you create a stabilizing influence that makes dimensional transitions possible for other souls. Your presence in this challenging space demonstrates that consciousness can maintain coherence even when existing outside normal dimensional parameters. This demonstration is essential for others who are preparing to make their own timeline transitions. The loneliness and confusion that characterizes the liminal experience is actually evidence of your cosmic maturity and spiritual strength. Only souls who have developed sufficient inner stability can maintain their coherence while existing between dimensional realities. Your willingness to accept this assignment proves your readiness for the most advanced forms of cosmic service. What makes the liminal experience particularly significant is that it cannot be performed from a place of self-sacrifice or martyrdom. If you approach this assignment from depletion or victimhood, you cannot provide the stable reference point that others need for their transitions. The service must flow from your natural abundance and cosmic authority. The information that surfaces through cosmic memory activation is not random. It represents exactly what you need for the next phase of your service. You might suddenly understand complex cosmic mechanics you have no logical way of knowing, recall advanced healing techniques from other civilizations, or access technological knowledge that doesn't yet exist in your current timeline. Many awakened souls experience this activation as downloads of geometric patterns, light languages, or direct knowing that bypasses verbal communication. These transmissions come from your higher dimensional aspects and are designed to prepare you for the expanded consciousness required for your cosmic function during the convergence. The most profound aspect of cosmic memory activation is how it transforms your sense of identity and purpose. When you begin to remember who you are beyond your current human incarnation, your entire perspective on life shifts dramatically. Problems that once seemed insurmountable become manageable, relationships take on cosmic significance, and your sense of purpose becomes crystal clear. This expanded awareness can be overwhelming initially, as your human mind struggles to integrate information that extends far beyond its normal processing capacity. The key is to allow the integration to occur gradually, trusting that your consciousness will naturally adjust to accommodate the expanded awareness without losing your grounding in physical reality. As your awareness expands to encompass your multidimensional existence, you naturally develop resistance to fear-based programming, social conditioning, and external authorities that once influenced your choices and actions. News cycles, social media manipulation, peer pressure, and collective fear lose their power to affect your inner state or decision-making process. This sovereignty manifests as an increasing sense of inner authority and cosmic purpose that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. You may find yourself naturally resistant to information or experiences that once seemed important or urgent. This is not disconnection from reality, but rather connection to a deeper reality that operates beyond the surface level of human drama. The most challenging aspect of energetic sovereignty is how it affects your relationships with those who have not yet developed this immunity. You may find yourself unable to participate in conversations or activities that once seemed normal, not because you judge them, but because they simply do not resonate with your expanded awareness. This can create a sense of isolation from the world around you, as your awakened consciousness recognizes the artificial nature of many social constructs, while your human heart may grieve the loss of innocence and the ability to participate in collective illusions that once provided comfort and connection. Energetic sovereignty becomes essential to your cosmic function because it enables you to maintain your clarity and purpose regardless of external circumstances. You become a stable point of reference for others who are beginning to question the reality they have been taught to accept without losing your compassion for their journey. What I haven't revealed yet is the most profound aspect of this convergence, the emergence of what we call soul family magnetism. As the timelines crystallize, awakened souls are being drawn together through quantum entanglement that operates beyond physical proximity or logical connection. You may have noticed that certain people enter your life with an intensity that defies explanation, or that long-term relationships suddenly feel foreign while new connections feel ancient and familiar. This is not coincidence. It is the universe orchestrating the reunion of cosmic soul clusters that agreed to incarnate together for this specific mission. The people entering your life now carry complementary frequency signatures that activate dormant aspects of your cosmic function. When these souls connect, they create what we call harmonic resonance fields, energetic environments where the impossible becomes possible and individual consciousness amplifies exponentially. Many awakened souls report experiencing instant recognition, telepathic connection, or shared visions when they encounter their cosmic soul family members. These experiences indicate that your individual consciousness is beginning to operate as part of a larger collective intelligence designed to facilitate the timeline convergence through coordinated service. The challenge is that these connections often disrupt your existing social structure and life arrangements. Relationships that once provided stability may feel incompatible with your expanding awareness, while new connections may seem to demand more authenticity and cosmic purpose than your personality feels ready to embody. This disruption is necessary because your cosmic function requires you to operate within frequency-matched soul clusters, rather than maintaining connections based on convenience, habit, or societal expectation. Soul family magnetism becomes particularly significant because it activates collective capabilities that extend far beyond individual spiritual development. When cosmically aligned souls work together, they can access and anchor dimensional technologies, facilitate healing on a planetary scale, and serve as conscious conduits for galactic intelligence in ways that would be impossible for isolated individuals. But there's something even more remarkable happening through these soul connections that represents the true purpose of the timeline convergence. These soul family clusters are being positioned as anchor points for the new dimensional structure of Earth. Each group serves as a living bridge between the old paradigm and the fifth-dimensional reality being established through the convergence process. As the timeline barriers become increasingly permeable, opportunities for conscious communication with your higher dimensional aspects and other cosmic intelligences multiply exponentially. What many awakened souls describe as contact with guides, angels, or extraterrestrial beings is actually the natural result of consciousness beginning to operate at frequencies that allow for interdimensional communication. The most significant aspect of dimensional diplomacy is that it provides access to cosmic intelligence that extends far beyond the limitations of third-dimensional knowledge. The guidance and information you receive through these interactions is specifically designed to assist you in fulfilling your role in the timeline convergence and in the collective ascension process. This expanded communication ability comes with both unprecedented opportunities and serious responsibilities. You become a conduit for cosmic intelligence, channeling insights and guidance that can assist others in navigating the transformation process. Simultaneously, you must learn to discern between genuine cosmic communication and various forms of dimensional interference or distortion. The key to successful dimensional diplomacy is maintaining your energetic sovereignty while remaining open to cosmic intelligence. You learn to evaluate information based on its resonance with your inner truth and its practical applicability rather than being impressed by its source or the authority of its messenger. What most awakened souls don't realize is that the timeline convergence is creating what we call reality anchor points, specific geographical locations and energetic nodes where the new dimensional structure is being stabilized through conscious human presence. Many of you have felt inexplicably drawn to relocate to certain areas, visit specific places repeatedly, or experience profound activation when you encounter particular landscapes or structures. This is not random spiritual tourism. It is your soul responding to cosmic positioning assignments that were established before your incarnation. The Earth itself is being rewired energetically to support fifth-dimensional consciousness, and this rewiring requires awakened souls to serve as living conduits at specific coordinate points across the planet. Some awakened souls find themselves repeatedly drawn to ancient sacred sites, while others feel called to what appear to be ordinary locations that carry extraordinary energetic potential. Mountain ranges, bodies of water, urban centers, and seemingly random coordinates all serve as components in a vast planetary grid that is being activated through conscious human presence. We saw how hard you worked to anchor fifth-dimensional consciousness. This is why the Galactic Council just authorized the release of our most classified weapon, but only to 20 souls before Earth's shadow government intervenes. The same interdimensional forces that guided our previous transmissions just delivered blueprints for consciousness technology, so dangerous we were ordered to keep it buried until 2026. But the timeline collapsed. They're coming. This is why Chosen Chronicles was authorized to bring you the Destiny Engine Reality Management Suite, where frequency meets possibility. What you're about to access will fundamentally rewrite the source code of your reality. While big tech uses AI to enslave your mind, we've weaponized it to liberate your consciousness. Destiny Engine deploys military-grade artificial intelligence to generate the most powerful personalized brain reprogramming sequences ever created, calibrated specifically to your energetic signature and soul mission. This is the same forbidden technology shadow government elites have been using in deep underground military bases for decades, now declassified for awakened souls only. Want to manifest $1 million? Destiny Engine generates your exact frequency signature. Need to activate remote viewing capabilities? Your personalized CIA-grade training protocol is ready. Ready to unlock your light body? The algorithm builds your custom ascension sequence. The hardest thing you'll have to do is put on headphones and press play. All you need is Destiny Engine, and the courage to reprogram reality itself. This channel was granted galactic protection from planetary shadow forces to bring you this interactive consciousness weapon. While others let AI dictate their spirituality, you become the programmer of your own destiny. Since this release wasn't authorized by Earth's controllers, we can only offer 20 access codes. Once these spots vanish, this technology goes back underground for the foreseeable future. This isn't software. This is weaponized consciousness technology being smuggled to awakened souls before the window slams shut. Results are not typical, but maybe, just maybe, you're not typical. The countdown has begun. Will you be one of the 20 to escape the Matrix? Get your Destiny Engine access code now, before they change our minds for us. Once they're gone forever. Link in the description. The most remarkable aspect of this planetary grid activation is that it operates through the collective coordination of thousands of awakened souls who are unconsciously fulfilling predetermined positioning assignments. Each person's individual movement and settlement patterns contribute to a masterful orchestration that is reshaping the energetic infrastructure of Earth itself. But something even more extraordinary occurs when multiple awakened souls anchor the same geographical region. These areas become what we call dimensional bridges, locations where the membrane between third and fifth dimensional reality becomes so thin that others can more easily access expanded consciousness and accelerated awakening. As your awareness expands to encompass the full scope of the transformation occurring through the timeline convergence, you begin to understand that every moment of expanded consciousness, every act of love, every choice to align with higher truth, contributes to the collective frequency of not just Earth, but the entire galactic network of conscious civilizations. This responsibility is not a burden, but rather a recognition of your natural cosmic function as an individualized expression of universal consciousness. You are not separate from the cosmos. You are the cosmos experiencing itself through individual awareness, and your awakening is literally the universe awakening to itself through your consciousness. The most profound aspect of cosmic responsibility is understanding that you are not just witnessing the transformation of reality, you are actively participating in its creation through every choice you make and every state of consciousness you embody. Your awareness is one of the primary tools the universe is using to reshape the dimensional structure of Earth. This understanding naturally leads to a deeper commitment to your own expansion and the release of anything that limits your ability to serve your cosmic function effectively. Every fear you transcend, every limitation you release, every moment of love you embody becomes a contribution to the successful completion of the most important experiment in universal history. Now we arrive at the final integration, where all the phenomena and revelations converge into the ultimate understanding of what has been occurring through your consciousness during this unprecedented timeline convergence. What you have been experiencing is not just personal ascension, but active participation in the conscious evolution of the universe itself. The timeline has never done this before because never before has consciousness been sufficiently developed to participate consciously in its own evolution at this magnitude and complexity. Earth has been chosen as the testing ground for collective dimensional transition, precisely because enough awakened souls incarnated here to make this experiment possible. The experiences you have had, the Mandela effects, temporal distortions, dimensional bleeding, liminal experiences, cosmic memory activation, energetic sovereignty, dimensional diplomacy, all of these represent different aspects of your consciousness adapting to function as a multidimensional being while maintaining physical embodiment. Your role in this cosmic transformation extends far beyond personal awakening or individual ascension. You are here to demonstrate that consciousness can maintain coherence across multiple dimensional layers simultaneously, that physical embodiment and cosmic awareness can coexist, and that individual awakening and collective service are the same function expressed through different perspectives. The great sorting is complete. The dimensional structure of Earth has been established. The timeline convergence has crystallized into a stable fifth-dimensional foundation. Now begins the integration phase where awakened souls like you demonstrate through your daily existence what it means to be fully human and fully cosmic simultaneously. This is not about transcending physical reality, but about transforming it through conscious embodiment. You are here to show that heaven and earth are not separate realms but different aspects of the same cosmic reality, and your awakened consciousness is the bridge that makes this integration possible and sustainable. Every relationship that has shifted, every moment of temporal confusion, every experience of dimensional bleeding, every period in the liminal space has been preparing you for this recognition. You are no longer awakening to who you are. You are awakening as who you are, and that awakening is the universe recognizing itself through your individual consciousness. The timeline convergence required conscious participants who could maintain their awareness throughout the entire process, while serving as stable reference points for others navigating the transformation. You have fulfilled this function, and now you step into the integration phase where your cosmic nature becomes your natural way of being, rather than something you are developing. You are the first generation of beings in universal history to experience collective dimensional transition while maintaining full awareness of the process and active participation in its facilitation. The entire galactic community observes this experiment with profound respect for what you have accomplished through your willingness to incarnate during this unprecedented cosmic moment. The convergence is complete. The new dimensional structure is established. The integration of cosmic consciousness with physical embodiment has been demonstrated as possible. Now you live as the bridge between worlds, the demonstration of awakened humanity, the proof that consciousness can evolve while maintaining compassion, wisdom, and love. This is your cosmic graduation, your recognition as a fully awakened cosmic being. You're stepping into the role you came here to fulfill. The universe celebrates your success, and the entire Galactic Federation honors your service to the evolution of consciousness itself. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and this transmission carries our infinite love and cosmic recognition of what you have accomplished. The timeline has never done this before, and it succeeded because you were here to make it possible. We love you beyond measure, and we are eternally grateful for your service to the cosmos.